All right. Good morning. Let's just make sure we got some audio here. Should have. All right, seems to be good. Seems to be good. Got about 9 minutes here till the market opens. Just trying to move some things around here. Just trying to move some things around. Let's see what's going on. Good morning, Predator. Kelvin. Good morning. How's it going? Kind of seeing what we got here. Let's see. What is going on here? All right. Just trying to make sure we got everything set up here. Looks like we got a pivot point to the downside at 426. Pivot point to the upside, 543. Let's see what kind of happened overnight here. Zoom out a little bit. Where did we close Friday? $513. I don't know why I'm doing that. Yeah, so we got a little bit of a gap to the upside here. We'll just mark that out just so that we remember. Kind of in the 510 area, maybe. If I'm not mistaken. I don't know what I did there. Yeah, somewhere in there. Also got a pivot point up there, that 540, is that what we said? 544. ES right here at the 45.15s this morning, which Mancini says is going to be a key area of support. Basically saying if we lose that 15 area that we're going to sell back down to the 4500s. That's what he is saying on the ES. So let's just kind of see what happens. Let's kind of see what happens. Let me open my Twitter. So we got it there. Got about 5 minutes here until the market opens. Let's see what happens during the London session here. Kind of chopped around it open, sold off. Reclaimed the VWAP, and then lost it again. So what area are we in? We got 500 up above the VWAP, 90 above the VWAP, So probably would like a push into the VWAP. If we get above it, great. If not, maybe test the VWAP and then sell off. Kind of be the idea there. Let's check out the old. Let's check out the old hourly. Let's see what we got. Let's try to break out of this channel. Well, we tried, right? A little channel we got going on there. Let's see what happens here at open. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alrighty there. Alrighty. Let's see, 3 minutes or so here until the market opens, just to make sure we got the accounts on the right account. We do. Yes. We can kind of get above that VWAP here. We can get going. I'd rather, I mean, if we're going to do it, I guess I'd wait for us to, I'd like to wait for us to open, but it looks like we're trying to push it now. Kind of looking like we might push here at open. ES already above the VWAP there, which is an interesting situation. We got the Nasdaq below the VWAP, the ES above it. So kind of expecting a push maybe into this 15-20 area at open. So if we break through the VWAP strong here, we kind of clear 80. Maybe we participate long. The only thing I don't love about it is you got the 90 here and the whole number. But break above the VWAP, maybe pull back, test the VWAP, maybe push into that 500, pull back, test it, and then kind of go to fill that gap there. Pushing through the VWAP now, though. Volume already trying to come in here. Like I said, ES above the VWAP, pretty close. ES pushing into high a day here. High a day at 2150. It's already up at 18. So something to think about. Something to think about here. How was everybody's weekend? We have any news today? I don't think we do, but let's double check it. Got about a minute, so let's check it out and see any news, any news. We got 1 star, 2 star news is at 2 star news at 10. Factory orders month over month. Really not much to speak of. Not much to speak of. Right, just going to try to be patient here at open. We don't want to do anything crazy. If we find the setup, we will take it. And then obviously we're going to be taking the 15-minute breakout today as well. Breakout, breakdown, whichever way it goes. And already pushing up into that 90 for the market. Oh, I guess the market just opened. I wasn't looking. All right, market open, pushing up into the 90 here. Let's see kind of what happens. ES trying to push into that high a day. So if we get above 500 strong, maybe we go ahead and participate. I would really rather retest that VWAP first. So pushed up into the 95 there, pulling back now. See if we can hold this VWAP here. Oh, y'all were good? Great. Mine too. Had a good weekend. Didn't do too much. We had a little barbecue yesterday. Holding the VWAP there at the 80. Holding that VWAP there at the 80. Sellers trying to push this thing down. ES holding up there at the 17. Just watching. Trying to test that VWAP now. ES not quite able to get going into that high a day just yet. It's trying. Sellers trying to hold this thing down here. Got a little tug of war here going on. Little tug of war. Buyers trying to push it back up, but not yet able to do so. Nice little battle here at open. Which way will she go? Just be patient. No need to press any buttons yet. ES pulling back, maybe testing that VWAP down into the 15s here. Nasdaq losing the VWAP for now. Might try to reclaim it in a moment. As long as we can hold that 65 area, 70 area there on the NQ, then we can probably get going. Back above the VWAP now. Get back above that 80 level here. Maybe we participate long if the ES is in agreement with it for that push through 500. Let's just wait and see. Sellers still coming in here trying to push it down some more. ES pulling back into the 16, kind of chopping around right here. No real direction yet. Testing that 65 level now on the NAS. Sellers trying to come back through here. Let's see what happens here. If we can reclaim that VWAP. Pushing back up here. All right, I'm going to take a long here, guys. See if we can get a push into this 500 level quickly. Targets the 500 level. Might get stopped out here. Want to see this thing get going. Holding the VWAP so far. Oh, might get stopped here. Stops at the 65, so close to stopping us out there. All right, well, we got in a little early there, apparently. Stopped us out. Seller's pushing it back down now. ES testing that 15 level now. VWAP at the 13 on the ES. So kind of failing to hold that VWAP there on the NQ. ES bouncing right off the VWAP there. Bouncing right off the VWAP. Let's see if this thing retraces. ES back above the 15 or right at the 15 at least. Nasdaq back to that VWAP there. Let's see here what happens. I'm kind of thinking the ES is probably going to lose the VWAP. It hasn't so far. Holding it for now. See if the Nasdaq sells back into that 50 area. All right, ES kind of losing it here. Dog's barking. What's going on with him? Thinking we may get a flush down into the 400 level here. Let's just see what happens. So kind of selling below that 15 level there on the ES, but Nasdaq still kind of holding up here, looking a little bit stronger, looking like it wants to kind of pop back above that VWAP there and get going. So let's see what happens. Buyers coming in here. Looking good so far for a push back up. There they come. Let's see if we can get all the way up into that 500 here. Still trying to push. ES is fighting against it here. If we can get the ES turning around here, we can get going. Buyer's still looking pretty good here. ES kind of holding the NQ down here, seems like. Pushing into the 90 now. Well, it's trying to go, but problem is the ES is kind of holding up there, kind of lagging. That's kind of holding us down. And now we finally get that burst of energy up through there. Yeah, still lagging behind here. Pushed into that 502 area. 502 area now kind of pulling back. Yes, failing to kind of get going there. It's not really, not moving yet. Still trying to sell. Down here at the 11s. Pulling back into the 90s. Let's see what kind of pullback we get here. Maybe we can participate long if we see the buyers come in here strong. I'm not sure that'll happen though, because the ES is just, it's just selling off like crazy. Down to the 08s now. Nasdaq pulling back to retest that VWAP there. We have to push up into the 08 area, 07, whatever that is there. Now it's kind of trying to sell off. ES looking a bit weaker here, down to the 06s. Nasdaq bouncing off the VWAP there. All right, buyers trying to come back in here. Trying to push this thing back above 500, but above 500, maybe we take a stab long here. Gotta have the buyers come in strong though for that to happen. Looks like it wants to sell, to be honest. Looking like it wants to sell here. All right, so it looks like we got our opening range here. Let's see. So above there, we'll buy 507. Well, I guess it depends on what you're looking at. To the downside, what is that? 449. $49.50. Feels like it's probably going to take out this sell side first, but who knows? Maybe not. Nope, just one at a time. Let's try to push back up here. Kind of chopping around here, to be honest. Let's see if we can, well, what are we going to do here now? I'm going to push back up. Oh, 675. All right, maybe it takes the buys out here first. Keeps moving directions here on us. Staying in this 15-minute range. You got a pivot point up at the 46s. Kind of chopping around here. This thing is not picking a direction just yet. So, really want to get that ES get back above the VWAP there in order to get this thing going. All right, starting to push here. I think we're probably going to get through that 500 level now. And let's see what happens from there. ES just hanging out below the VWAP there. If you can just pop that VWAP and get going, that'll take us there. I'm trying to see what happens here. Trying to play this 15-minute breakout range here. So target 38 handles. It'll move the stop to plus 10 at 20. And then I'll manually move it to plus 20 at 30 if we get there. So we'll see. So let's see what happens. No, that's what you have to do. Let's just see which one it takes first. ES pulling back into the 06s once again here. If the ES can get going, this thing moves up. Let's see if we hold the VWAP here or not. I think we'll hold the VWAP. We want to turn that VWAP into support and then get this push up. Just got to get that ES going here. ES just kind of chopping around right now, not really going anywhere. All right, pulling back below the VWAP, testing it here on the NQ. So just waiting to see, waiting to see. Felt like we were going to push a few minutes ago. Now now it feels like, who knows? Could go either way. Kind of consolidating here, which I do kind of like a bit. I mean, even though we're just chopping around, we're going to get a big move in one direction or the other, though, I feel like. We're either going to lose this VWAP and just sell down, or we're going to get going. ES back to the 505s here. It's hanging out right here in the middle. Just trying to see which way it can go. Which way it's gonna go. ES traded back down into the 04s. Now trying to push back up into the 05s, 06s again. Yeah, it's choppy so far. No doubt, Kelvin. No doubt. Choppy, choppy. Feels like, you know, I mean, it's hard to say really, but it could go either way. Now it's getting back above there. 06, let's see. All right, here comes the buyer strong here. We're about to get filled here. Let's see what happens. Trying. I thought we were just going to blast right through there and get going. It's just not able to get through there. It's just comical at this point. ES pushed up into the 09s and then pulled back into the 06s. Got to get that ES going. Let's get the ES back to 15, 16 area and just get going here. Back to the VWAP once again. Once again, back to the VWAP. Hanging out right there at the 85s, not really doing anything yet. Just trying to get going, but as long as that ES just not, the ES is just not going. Testing the VWAP once again here. Holding up at the VWAP again. ES pushing 08s. Got to get the ES back into that 15 area to get going here. Got to get the ES back into the 15 area, and that'll get us going. But until then, not much happening. Trying to test that VWAP once again. we are going to sell here. Looks like we might. Hard to say either way. To be honest, it's hard to say. All right, reclaiming the VWAP once again. Or at least trying to. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens here. Gonna test the 50s here. Sellers coming in here. $49.50. Yes. Sell order down at $49.50. Let's see if we make it down there. If we don't. Looks like we're going to sell, guys. This is what it's looking like to me now. It really is. Sellers trying to come in here pretty strong. ES obviously unable to get above the VWAP. It's kind of your sign there that this thing's probably wanting to just lose it and sell down. ES just failing to get above the VWAP there. All right, we're about to test the 50 here. We'll see what happens. ES holding up here at the 05s. He is holding up there at the 06s right now. We got some news coming out, I guess, here in a couple of minutes. We'll see if that finally gives us a direction. Might get filled here. Looking like we might get filled here. All right, we're tagged in. Oops. Accident. Did I take the stop loss off? What did I do there? I don't know what I did there. All right, target down there at the 11s. We want to see this thing just sell through here. If it doesn't, then that's okay, but that's what we want to see. Stops obviously at the 64s. Don't hold up now. Let's sell off. Might get stopped out here. And come on, push her down. And about to be stopped possibly. Yep, stopped out. Well, what can you do? So the 15-minute breakout did not work this morning. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. That's just the risk you take. ES pushed back up into the 06 is probably going to sell off once these numbers come out. All right, numbers are out. So it just kind of came up, tapped us out there at the 64 area. ES just holding up there at the 05. It's not going anywhere. Buyer's trying to step up here on the NQ, get this thing pushing back up a little bit. Really, really choppy morning so far. Just not a whole lot going on. Not a whole lot of opportunities. So, not a whole lot of opportunities so far. I mean, look at this. This is just choppy as can be. We lose that 50. Maybe we sell down into the whole number there, but not a whole lot of faith in it at this point. Maybe we sell down into the 20s there, 26 area. Got some pretty long wicks there on the 3-minute candles. That kind of looking a little bullish here, but not really sure. I mean, you can see he didn't really unable to sell off here over the last 6 minutes trying. Get below 50, maybe we can get going to the downside here. Very, very choppy. Holding up there at the 50 still. It's not in love with this action. You can definitely get burned in both directions the way it's looking right now. So the 15-minute breakout didn't work this morning. I took a loser before that also. So I'm down 710 on one account, 305 on the other. And then obviously you see the two that are on the screen there. Just full transparency for you guys. So not a great day so far. Not a great day. Sometimes you got to recognize that there's not easy money to be made and you just walk away, right? That's what you got to recognize sometimes. And this action here is not indicative of easy money to be made. Push down into the 40s real quick. Still just watching the WADA, guys. It's just all over the place. I want to see I can see back-to-back red candles print above the explosion line, then I would participate short, but that's just not happening. We get the occasional print above, and then next thing you know, the rest print below. And then green comes in, red comes in. It's just all over the place this morning. No consistency. While I feel like it's going to move down at least another 20, 30 points, can't just jump in there without some confirmation. There comes some buyers. All right. Well, buyers stepping up here. Hard to take a long here, to be honest. I would have liked to participate long right there. Maybe above 70 we might consider, but problem is you got the VWAP right there. Have to kind of get above the VWAP, pull back, turn that VWAP into support, and then kind of get going from there. Trying to push above the VWAP here. ES pushing back up into the 0607 area. Let's just see here. Getting above the VWAP there. Trying to. I want to see a push above the VWAP. We'll wait for a little pullback here. Then maybe we can participate long here. Trying to get above the VWAP. Let's see what we get. I wanted to see it get above the VWAP, then kind of pull back and test it, not pull back below the VWAP. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. All right, let's see here. I might participate here. We push above the VWAP one more time. We may get long here if the WADA supports it. If we get some buyers above the explosion line here, then we will participate for this push up. Nope. Not so far. Just not happening. Not happening just yet. In fact, the opposite's happening. Sellers are coming back in. ES back to the 05. All right, here comes some buyers. Let's see here. They print above the explosion line, then we are going to participate. Don't know if I love it, though. Right here at the VWAP. Just watch in here. All right, we're going to take a long here. See if the buyers keep pushing. And keep a pretty short leash on it here. I want to see 500 touch. Come on, buyers. Where you at? Already trying to disappear on me. Come on, you got more. Yes, trying to push too. I killed it there, guys. $20 loss. I was up a couple $100 on it, but the buyers just disappeared. They just disappeared. Oh, you. Come on, you gonna do me dirty like that? I want to see that quick push into the 500, but yeah, not happening. Not happening. Buyers came through for a moment, and then the bears just came back in and said, nope. Yeah, still below the VWAP there. See if they can push this thing above. Buyer stepping back up. It's kind of shaky here, though. Got to get through that 90 strong there. Just unable to do it. Unable to do it. Sellers coming in here trying to push it back down. There's no real follow through today. Everything kind of gets you going in one direction and then traps you. No real follow through. ES pulling back into the 06s. Nasdaq testing the 70 level there. Maybe we can get a push down into the 40. Sellers coming through here strong. There's the 70s, 60s. Still looking good. Sellers pushing in strong here. ES back to the 04s. Down to the 65s. Maybe get a little bit of a push back up here in a minute. Turn that VWAP into resistance. See if the sellers can keep coming through here. Push this thing down. Maybe we can look for a short. Down into the 50s now. A little bit of a push back up here. There's that 50 area is the bottom of that 15-minute range also where we kind of bounced earlier. So just want to be aware of that. Pushing back up into the VWAP there. Interesting look here. ES down to the 02s. See if the ES can push down into the whole number there. Sellers coming back in here. Trying to get this thing through the 50 here. Let's see if we can push it down into the 50s. Can't do it. ES bouncing right off the 02s there. ES back up to the 05s. NQ pushing above the VWAP here. This is just crazy choppy. Trying to go one direction, flips into the other. Just not great price action. Very, very trappy. Yeah, more fun burning hot dogs over the weekend than this. I didn't burn mine, I don't think. But yeah, that seems to be a little more fun. It's definitely got me in, it's caught me a couple of times already in the wrong direction here. So. Caught me a couple of times. I think I may have one more trade left in me, and if that one, you know, that's probably going to be calling it a day. Because this action's just not what we want to see here. Now is this thing trying to push back? I mean, like, so many times I keep thinking it's going to push above that 500. And then it just doesn't make it. It rejects. I rejected that 500 level 3 times there. 4 times, really? 5 if you count pre-market. All right, what we'd like to see here is a pullback into the 75s. Let's hold the VWAP and then get going. Waiting on a pullback. Problem is, every time I wait on a pullback, it's a sell or a buy in the other direction. It flips it. So just waiting on this pullback here, trying to be patient. ES is about to retest that VWAP. Let's get a little pullback here. Maybe we can get some of this loss back. Here comes our pullback. Didn't quite get as deep as we'd like. Don't love that the ES is approaching the VWAP here. Not in love with this price action. I feel like a sell is incoming here. I think we're going to reject this area and just push all the way back down. That's what it kind of feels like. Maybe not, but that's what it feels like. All right, can we fill the gap here? Get into that 20 area. Gotta go if you're gonna go. Just get into the 20 area at least. I think that's asking too much. Finally, some movement. $20 area would be nice. Just blast into the 20. $20 area would be nice. Keep going. You got more. Give us the 20s. Maybe even higher than 20. Who cares? No, gave us the 20 area, so I guess the gap is officially filled there. Could get more out of this. Let's see. Buyers still look okay. Now they're trying to push in. They came in for one final oomph. Just one final push. That's all they had. ES got above the VWAP for a moment there. Now pulling back. Got above for a moment. Let's see. Doop, 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 doop. So kind of pulling back here, retesting that 500 level. ES pulling back below the VWAP. It pushed up into the 15 there momentarily. Which is what we were kind of looking for earlier. So kind of unable to make it stick there. Unable to make it stick. Don't like that big wick on the top of that candle there. Like I said, the ES kind of got above there for a minute, but then it just pulled right back. Sellers just stepping back in here strong. Retesting the 90. ES back below the VWAP down to the 07s. Just stuck in a very tight range this morning. I mean, we basically went nowhere so far. Basically, we went nowhere. Where do we open up at? So we open up at 55. We're at 86. So, I mean, a very, very tight range today. Kind of difficult to trade, to be honest. Maybe we get another pushback up here. Let's just see. Not yet, not yet. ES tried to retest that VWAP one more time. Just didn't happen. Just did not happen. I was looking for potentially getting one more entry, but I don't know if I'm going to get it. right, let's see here. I was thinking we get a push back into the 510s right here, but I guess not. Trying to see if we can get a push into the 510s. Come on. You can do it. Just give me the 511. Give me 511. Trying to look for a push into the 510, 511 area. Just watching here. Just don't look like it's going to happen. Nope. Yeah. I don't like this action, guys. I don't think I'm going to sit here and keep watching it because there's no point in it. I mean, there's just nothing happening. I'm just getting over here, just getting chopped up. So, down 685 on one account, down 620 on the other. Just going to keep digging the hole deeper if I keep continuing on. So, there's no point in doing that. So, I think I'm just going to walk away and see if we can come back tomorrow and try to find some easy money because this is not it. So, if you guys haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, and we will see you guys tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Appreciate you watching.